Good morning everyone and welcome to the Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel as we are throwing ourselves at Floodland, a brand new survival game that is developed by Vile Monarch and published by Ravenscourt. And this is a game that I've only discovered 2 days ago. And it seemed like pretty cool to me. I don't know how it flew under my radar, but here we are. I decided to go ahead, buy it and show it off and see and form our opinions after spending a few episodes together. I'm probably going to do an entire series. We'll see how things go. But the city or the world seems to be flooded and we need to survive in it. So without further ado, let's get to this new game. And we have to pick a starting clan. The Good Neighbors. We are the residents of a suburban community cut off from the world for several weeks after the tsunami. United and stronger than ever, we have formed a self-help association sharing resources and duties. We are very attached to American traditions and do our best to cultivate them, even in the post-catastrophic world. By respecting democratic procedures, we express the belief that liberal civilization will rise once again. Or Oak Hill survivors. We are the neighboring families from Oak Hill who survived the event in a prepper shelter. A few years after the disaster, the facility's ventilation system began to fail and we were forced to come to the surface. We have a lot of technical knowledge and due to years spent in harsh sheltered conditions, we are used to eating less than other people. Whatever tomorrow brings, we deeply believe that our primary goal should be rebuilding the old world. Or the Fire Brigade. Our clan was founded by a rescuer of a fire department. We were so determined to help as many people as possible, we eventually formed a long-lasting community. We highly value diversity and tolerance in the Fire Brigade, but we also know how to defend ourselves against violence from other groups and punish those who break internal laws. Fun fact about us, to emphasize our multicultural identity, we celebrate holidays from different traditions together. Okay? And Burkett Free. We are former oil drilling platform workers and their descendants. Ultramodern Burkett-free platform survived the event but was completely cut off from the world. When supplies began to run out, the crew on their own decided to sail a life raft to the coast. They decided to stick together and formed a well-organized clan with strong emphasis on technical knowledge, which is us. We try to use our knowledge and skills to create a community best suited to the challenges of the new world. We make it happen by centralized authority capable of making rational decisions quickly. So there's quite a few. Apparently everyone has their very own traits. Seems like a cool idea to me. I believe I'm gonna go with the Fire Brigade. As a personal style, like I do like helping, I do like communities and all that. But I do recognize the need to be strong and to fight for what you believe in, especially when you are in danger. So this is why I feel like a Fire Brigade is more my style. A new world liberty, a clan that's based on freedom, science and personal growth. They want a community that rejects prejudice and superstition, working together to rebuild a world that's organized better than the old one. The clan traits are fair as a leader trait, reduce the effects of crime by 50%, and they are resilient, meaning that during epidemics, modifies a sick person's time for a disease to become lethal by 150% to this clan member. Our leader, the chief of the Fire Brigade, is Taylor Palmer. Taylor saw the world collapse but was not particularly saddened by this fact. Among other things, this was because she had no one to fear for or care about. Pragmatic by nature, she saw the event as an opportunity, not a disaster. Having always believed the old world had to collapse and rot so that a new one could be born and grow out of the fruits gave her strength and motivation. She found a new family, her clan. With persistence and hard work, Taylor came to the forefront of her clan, not as a chief, but as a head of family. We will start with the prologue, we will do tutorials as well. As far as difficulty goes, face a challenging world, we'll stay in the middle here. So, let's get this going. Innumerable doesn't mean infinite. Some resources regenerate over time. Check the pace of renewal and make sure it's in line with the pace of extraction. This is the first time playing. I'm really excited to see what is going to be like.
When I was 15, I buried my sister with my own hands. Some think the event was the cause, but it all began long before. I remember the times of confusion and strife. I heard the silence that drowned the screams. The event was simply the final blow. Some say those in charge failed us. Others, that we are all to blame. But we dwell too much on what's behind. I say, let's focus on what lies ahead. And ahead, I see hard-working hands building houses. I see strong backs carrying food. And smiles. The smiles that greet newcomers. I cried when my sister died. And now we mourn our friend as she is taken by the water. But tomorrow, I don't fear tomorrow I'll be crying, because I know if we make it, we can all sit back and laugh.
Isn't that a good visual to start a game? And here we are. We start on this little camp right here. Apparently this is the maximum zoom out that zoom in that we can have. Zoom out is pretty good. Just take a look in the distance. Like, look at that background. That is something really cool. There's a lot of fog here. We'll see. Maybe I'll decrease some of these settings. I'm not sure I want to play like this going forward. It seems a bit dark. But we'll see. It's nighttime. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Up here we have the community size. We have influence, which grows by having recreation needs satisfied and falls when we establish new laws. Okay, good to know. We have research. We have risky food. Eating it might lead to food poisoning. Okay, so it's food that needs to be prepared. It's fresh food. It's fish, which needs to be cooked. We have safe food. Okay. Potable water, it even says how much we're using per day. We're using 3 food per day, so we have a day to fulfill this. We have 40 water, we're using 10 per day. We have wood, we have rubbish, old pieces of plastic in good enough state to serve as building materials. Good to know. We have the speed, we have the time of day. Daytime is for work. Evening is for time off, fulfill needs like eating and drinking water, as well as visiting social buildings. And nighttime is for rest. They will sleep and also work in night shifts. Okay, what else we have here? Issues, task list, and district information. We have Taylor Palmer, unrest is peaceful, world views, a new world and liberty. Okay. This says what? Defines the clan's stance and its attitudes towards your decision. Okay? Satisfaction, influence per day, and experience. Clan gains experience by studying in the academy. When clan experience reaches a certain level, the clan can learn a new specialization or improve an existing one. Oh, this is going to be cool. Let's see. Clan profile, water, food, and health. Clan member specializations. Okay, so these are some of the things that we can pick with experience. Unrest. And what is this? Recreation, satisfaction. Okay, what's this? Gyms. This clan doesn't approve of gyms and living in a district with this kind of recreation. Okay, shooting ranges, stadiums, and pillars. I understand why you don't want pillars, but gyms? Really? Either way, I am going to like this a lot. And we are between the new world and the old world, liberty and unity. So we are more of a new world libertarian. This is so cool. I haven't even started. It's been 10 minutes and I am having like so much fun. Okay, super curious. Let's get this going and see what's going to happen. We've got a new assignment here. We have the tutorials on. We've arrived This is where the scouts sent up those flares. It looks like they were right. They found the sign I had told them to look for. I must say, I'm a touch nervous. We're going to try restarting civilization, or at least give it an initial spark. However, this isn't something people do every day, you know. Speaking of, this is where we're going to launch our search for the pre-event rebirth power plant. It was top of the line just before everything collapsed. For over 20 years, only scavengers roamed this place, setting up a temporary camp from time to time, probably unaware of the treasures to be found here. Now I have the most trustworthy intel that the plant is somewhere in the area. First though, I'm hungry. I guess everyone is. We can't start a civilization on an empty stomach. Gather a safe food supply before you set up camp. Fire Brigade entrusted me as their chief, but I'd rather call myself the guide. We decide that we should gather all the food in one place and be shared with everyone. Prologue, Stationary Travelers. Find all the scouts and establish a permanent settlement. If you are to begin civilization here in the wetlands, we will need to build infrastructure to rest upon it. Okay. We will build it one tent at a time. So this is what? Our center encampment. Our starting camp. Gather resources to upgrade it into a storage. There are resources or other items that can be collected by your people, then carried to the storage. To collect the resource, select it and then click search button. Okay. Okay, we can do this. To collect resources from an area, click the search button here. Okay, and we can pick. We have safe food there and plastics. More food. Okay. We have pretty good stuff here. Let's collect some of the plastic. We'll do this as well. I guess we can do this one. And we'll scout this area as well. And that's all. Okay, during the day things are looking pretty good. Pretty grim in the distance. But I still feel like this fog is a lot. We shall see. I'll let it go for a second here. It's a bit unfortunate that we can't get too close, but at the end of the day, if they've invested enough time in making this game really good, mechanically speaking, I'm okay with not zooming in. I've just gotten used to zooming in a lot. So, wood, rubbish, risky food, potable water, old world relics, valuable artifacts from the old world before the event, electronics, machines, blueprints, schematics, study them to reclaim some of the forgotten knowledge, okay, and textbooks. All sorts of reading material, textbooks, DIY, research papers, even newspapers. Learn the knowledge of the old world and in studies to help your clan specialize. So we can click on this and even search them. It seems like collecting these resources is going pretty quickly. Boat wrecks, large rubbish pile of rubble for what is this? Rubble. Okay. Let's see if I could search this boat wreck. Set top priority, okay. We have pieces of road, a water tower which is unexplored, decayed ruins, so much stuff. Let's speed it up slightly. Okay, it's going quite fast. Yeah, even exploration seems to be going quickly. Can we get... Let's get another exploration flag over here. And we'll get one over here as well. Let's see. This one is mushroom cluster. Fungi fruit bodies are very tasty. Only foragers can harvest them for safe food. They are renewable resources. Resources appear in this area over time. Okay. Okay, it's good to know. There are a bunch of mushroom clusters. We'll just need to make ourselves a camp that works. Okay, now everybody's came back and they've rested, right? We're gonna get enough food now. Seems like it's going to be enough for a while. Now that we know we don't starve, we can get to jumpstarting civilization. It almost feels like abiogenesis. It almost feels like abiogenesis out here in these untamed flooded lands. Oh, whoops, sorry. Abiogenesis is a fancy biology word that means the beginning of life. Oh, good to know. I'm almost embarrassed to use such big words, but sometimes they're just too perfect to not use. The scouts we've sent to explore this area moved on to continue their expedition. We should find them and see what kind of information they might have obtained. I need to talk to them to see if they've discovered any details about the power plant. However, so far everything looks good. It's definitely the right spot. One step at a time though, the scouts are currently holed up in some of the derelicts around here. Let's go get them. Sure. Click on the portrait on the left side of the screen to get an overview of the ongoing and completed assignments. Okay, hover the cursor over the assignment objective to display technical details and hints. So, these are our missions, our assignments. Okay. Send workers to search through nearby ruins, convince the scouts to join your community and increase your settlement to 20. Okay. Nearby ruins are these are piles of rubble. I guess the yacht wreck, the water tower, we can search it for some water. We can hold up to 240. Decayed ruins, let's try to take a quick look there. And let's get some water, let's get it from here actually. What is our maximum on food? 160. I wouldn't want to go over too much. Right, we don't want food to spoil or anything or over collect. Yep, I do like this. It looks great. A bush that can be cut or something can be searched by wood if we have a hacksaw. Okay. We found 10 of the scouts. Introduction. Ruined places. There are many interesting buildings and constructs damaged and abandoned around you. The overview of each such place contains information about resources located inside and risks related to visiting such buildings. Okay. An icon above may suggest that sending people there will lead to interaction with its dwellers. So, what is this? Perhaps the residents of their descendants are still alive somewhere in the area. The building is abandoned, but it's still worth our attention. Can adapt into renovated houses by using some plastics. And that would do what? People living, okay, could join us. Rubbish, potable water. Search for people. Yes, let's search for people. Oh yes. This is cool. I'm gonna say this I'm sorry if I say this for a while, but I am actually impressed. And it's because I am impressed with how it looks and at least the basic idea so far for the game. I think I'm mostly impressed because I haven't seen it until the last 2 days. And when I saw it, I didn't look for any kind of spoilers or anything. So I do not know exactly what's here. We found them. The scouts have barely survived the expedition. They lost most of their equipment and resources when their boat sank in the storm. Now they are happy to join us, but they need to be sure that we have enough food if they are to be part of our settlement. They say they can manage on their own for a while, and they don't want to be a burden. Invite them to join us. Yeah, we have food. Unfortunately, we cannot host them. Dax Ferry, the scavenger. Sure, join us. These people we've met, they're eager to join us and we just did that. So at this point we're just trying to collect the resources from what remains. Let's see. Okay, we found them. Do we need to do anything else? No, it just happens. I suspected as much, but our scouts have confirmed it. This is the area. The rebirth power plant is leaking a very specific isotope, non-toxic, so don't worry. Into the waters around here, which proves we're in the right place and it gives us a direction. However, there's a massive swath of untamed floodland that needs to be combed through. Still, we're closer than anyone has been in 20 years. New development possibilities. We have a new research. Find the scouts. Okay, let's see. We've had our first theft. Seagulls. They're getting into everyone's food. We need to start making some serious group storage buildings. The food is useless if it's being pilfered, no matter if it's by man or beast. Also, we shouldn't keep sleeping in the same place where we store our supplies. It's not good for our things or for our sleep. If it looks like we're no longer nomads, which means that we will have to start laying down serious roots. Upgrade the encampment into a permanent storage facility. She said that we should avoid hurting the animals if we can, they're just hungry. Oh, so her as a leader, maybe we'll have different leaders, but her as a leader will always express her point in regards to certain missions. So let's see. Technology development. Click the technology development button at the bottom of the screen to see all the available buildings, upgrades, and other technologies that you can develop using research. Okay. The technology development panel is divided into 4 categories related to different aspects of the settlement. Click to indicate illustration to enter the exploration category. So there's exploration, growth, survival, and well-being. We are at new start right now. Rubbish, wood, rubble, planks, pipes, security, electricity, probably, metal, concrete. Okay. To develop the technology, select it within the tree. The ones that are grayed out aren't available for the moment. Click on the small storage to develop it. Okay. Increase global stock capacity, distribute supplies within the community, range is 70, storage workers handle searching and exploring, construction buildings and transporting resources. Each Pathfinder camp and storage build increases the limit of storage tasks by 1. Okay, cost 300 rubbish, and we need to develop a new start in order to get here. Okay, click develop. We could also upgrade it. Okay, there's some depth in here. Growth. Ooh, there's quite a bit on growth. There's quite a bit on survival. There's quite a bit on well-being, but... Okay, this seems to be in a sense the smallest, but not really. Okay. Let's see. So now upgrade the encampment into a permanent storage facility. So we can do this by using 300 goods. Okay, there will be people. I am very happy that these people have joined us. It proves that we are not just a bunch of dreamers, but that our determination can inspire others. Okay, beautiful. We might be like some external leader, right? This is not... she's the leader of this community, and we saw the title of districts, so maybe you can make different districts with different leaders, and we are just the overlord. Upgrade the encampment. Okay, we finished searching the place. Which one? This one with the yacht. We need storage, and then we'll be able to deconstruct it for further resources. Okay, I do like this. Let's see if we can explore the area a bit more. So they're doing that. We should be gathering a bit more water here. So let's search it. And I'm going to try to explore further into this forest. Time to settle down. The seagulls won't be getting into our food stores anymore. Also, begins to look like a real settlement, considering the groundbreaking ceremony. Congratulations. Got one research. People need shelter. Since we turned our encampment into a storage, we no longer have a place to sleep, so for now we've built ourselves provisional tarps. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I think we should start moving into some serious shelters. Eventually it will be a good idea to make it so no one has to sleep under the stars. However, resources are limited, so it may take some time before we can accommodate everyone. Provide tents for your people. Who gets a tent first isn't as important as everyone getting a tent eventually. Okay. This house right here, like, we need to fully search this place until we can renovate it into a house. Okay, so we're gonna wait until that is done. We've just built our storage. This doesn't look like much of a storage, if I'm honest. Like, yeah, we were trying to protect ourselves from seagulls and we built fences. Somehow that doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Ah, and they've built like these tarp shelters. This is like showing you who doesn't have a house. Let's go to technology. We're going to well-being and we're gonna research tent. Makeshift tents made out of rubbish with sheets of fabric draped over them. Water and food can be taken from here, as well as medication for food poisoning. People simply sleep here. Okay, let's develop it. And I believe it's time to also build it, right? How many would we need? It doesn't say. If we're going to buildings, it shelters 3 of them. So how many tents do we have? Tents have enough housing for 2 of them. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 20 people in total. We'll need about 7 of them. Okay. Apparently when we are choosing this, is there something increasing there? Is there a stat that I do not know? Hold production upgrade. Show task list. Search the water tower. Oh, this is what we're doing in the area. Okay. Well, let's place down a tent or 2. Okay, and this is connected to the main area, to the storage. Good to know. And it goes yellow as we go further. So there's something about being connected. Good to know. It seems like it has some sort of a red circle around it. Is that like desirability or something? Maybe. I believe I'm going to use all of it just to build 3 tents here. I'm going to try not to get too close to each other, just in case desirability is a factor. Having a roof over your head should be fundamental if you want to make the new world better than the old one. Therefore, don't wait and take care of it as soon as possible. Okay, it showed when we built that house, it showed -6 to the fire, which is unrest. Ah, there it is. So now we're at neutral unrest. So we went down in unrest by giving them a better house. Okay, provide tents for their people. Outcome 10 research. Great, that's a fabulous start. As said, we'll want housing for everyone, but make sure you focus on food and water first. It's a real Maslow's hierarchy of needs sort of situation. Okay. Maslow's pyramid. Production chain. Time for a reality check. We knew this wouldn't be a quick camping adventure before we even started looking for the power plant. We have to think about setting up something more permanent and more sustainable with solid sustainable methods of gathering food, water and materials. It's going to be a bit of a winding path, but never forget that keeping people's basic needs met is what's most important when it comes to being in charge. Sometimes you might have to make hard choices to try to keep everyone fed. Hopefully, it won't have to come to that, of course. We can provide a steady supply of edible plant or fish, ensure the people have steady access to clean water, and gather a supply of rubbish. All of a sudden, it doesn't sound like we're as close to finding the power plant as she suggested earlier. Okay. Construct the building. Okay. Select a building and place a blueprint in an appropriate location. Storage workers will collect the necessary resources and start construction. Construction will only take place during working hours. Exploration and build small storage. Everything is better than sleeping on wet straw. We need more houses. Okay. We have some supplies. Let's see. Gathering using sorting huts. Decayed ruins. We need hacksaw for that one. This is also deconstructing using hacksaws. I think I need to explore the area for a while. This will provide us a bit more wood. That will provide us a bit more rubbish. Okay. I'll be using all of these flags to collect what we need. Let's collect the rubbish from here. And that's going to be it for now. If I take a look at research, you can develop a new main technology now. They are crucial for further development and all other technologies rely on them. Select wish to develop it. Okay. I don't know why we're developing rubbish, but I guess this is like going from a new star from the beginning to this one, and it just unlocks some technologies. We can get a sorting hut, or a fishing dock, a forager's hut, and a water still. This will provide us with more materials, but for now we can find plenty of the materials. So I am thinking water is probably a bit more important than anything else. We'll develop this. Then we'll develop this. And let's see. Oh, I think we have enough points for everything, right? Yeah, this is part of the tutorial, so we have all the necessary technology to develop everything that we need here. We will want a field kitchen just to cook risky food into safe food. Okay, let's go back to the map. Okay, we can get a bit closer by panning the camera. Very interesting here. Okay, people will be moving in. Let's see, what do I want to build first? I guess since we had enough researching for everything, I'm going to start with the sorting hut. It works, its workers regularly collect and sort resources from a large deposit, enable collecting rubbish from the area. Okay, so we can place it somewhere and have it already collect in the area, or we can place it somewhere around here and probably we'll be able to move the circle. Like, I'm hoping that that is the case. So let's place this building down and wait for the people to start collecting some of these plastics. Issue: there are 11 homeless people in your community. Provide them with shelter. Will do. Let's speed up. Okay, that's a huge amount of speed. We'll slow down here for a second. Let's see. I'm hoping that I can move the circle. Hold production, deconstruct, upgrade, or set priority. No more resources left in the area. Okay, so this does not work the way I thought it's going to work. Thus we're gonna deconstruct. And we are going to be placing a sorting hut somewhere here, right? That will be 300 resources. Not sure is that efficient, to be honest, if that is the cost that we have. What else do we need to do? We will be needing, as I said, water. So let's start with that. Make sure our people have some water. The simplest kind of filtering system needs to be built on shallow water, okay? There's a huge red circle there. So maybe it's just not, you can't place it there. Okay, this is fairly far. I guess it's going to be some distance away. A fishing dock. Apparently there are some fishes here. There are fishes in this area as well. Sure, let's do that, and let's build a foragers as well. Can we hit all three of them? Yes, if we place it here. So we'll do this. Okay, all of a sudden we are starting to collect some of the supplies. 95% production. Ah, so this fills up, and when we get to 100 we're just going to get 25 more. Having a roof over your head should be fundamental if you want to make it to the new to make the new world a better one than the old one. Therefore, don't wait. Okay. So unrest is growing. We have 11 more people that we need to house. I'm gonna try to make here a residential area mostly. So that's 9 more people, and if I make one more tent, then we're gonna have everyone else housed. Would have wanted to upgrade this one actually. It would shelter 5 people. And maybe that's what I should do. Let's cancel it. It costs just a bit more. But I feel like we could make this. Idle people. We have 8 idle people. Some of which will start to work there, I'm imagining. Let's continue collecting some of the goods here. And some of the goods here. There are a few more berries, there are a few more goods. Yeah, we've been using a lot of our food here, of our safe food. Let's also collect that. Days passed very quickly in here. At least at this speed. Having a roof over your head, yeah, we've heard about that. Apparently building multiple buildings at once is not necessarily smart, because they'll try to spread the resources. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I would want to collect water from here, but if they're okay with it, who am I to say no? Let's see, let's prioritize, select top priority here. Because we're starting to run out of food and we want these berries. I'm not sure if there is something like winter, hunger, health, mortality, rest, thirst, homelessness, overwork, poison. Okay. Provide a steady supply of edible plants or fish. Maybe I should have stayed at ore for now, but let's see, they are still producing. There's still more that could be collected from here, I believe. Oh, no. We're out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this fishery, which should provide us with some goods in order to make the forager's hut, I'm hoping. We need farms or other food sources, okay. Oh, because foraging is not enough. Let's see, what else do we have in these areas? We need hexos for that. And we need termite to deconstruct this building, but we would get a bunch of scrap. Okay, well, this island is a bit small. Let's see. I'm gonna go explore there. I'm gonna try to explore a bit in this area. That seems to be about it. Oh, there's some scrap here, so let's collect that and that. Probably a bit of this would be good too. But we've ran out of food, of normal food, so let me just go ahead and select collecting food here. Okay, so this is our storage. Show task list, and we can choose to prioritize. Okay. Okay, we've gathered away most of our basic needs. This is a good first step. We can't find anything if we're starving to death or dying of dehydration. Good point. After all, civilization consists of people, and people are biological beings with biological limitations and biological needs. 18 research. Okay. We need to start applying the scientific method to researching the area. There's a lot that we could be doing if we had the technology. This area seems to have a lot to offer. Resources, derelicts. Also, the isotopic runoff from the rebirth power plant has thankfully not killed off the local fish population. We should start studying everything we can. Old world relics, water levels, radiation levels in our food. The more we know, the more likely we are to succeed. All knowledge is good knowledge. Provide a place for people to study and gain enough research. All knowledge is good knowledge. What you do with it is what matters. Okay, so she agrees too. And they want me to go here, research, develop wood. Sure. And we can make ourselves a field kitchen. We'll do that. And we also need a study, which would require wood and rubbish. This is under academy. Okay. I don't see us getting more people soon in this situation, to be honest. So probably just following the tutorial might be a good idea. Let's see, ruined building. There used to be happy families living here, now there's only wind. The ruins are larger than we expect. If there are people living here, there's been no sign of them so far. Lockpicks, okay. Let's approach them. Let's see what they want or what they have. But I would love to get a few more people within our community here. Let's see, we have a lot of unused risky food. So let's make sure that we have a field kitchen first. I do not know why this gets colored. I mean, you'd want a field kitchen. Maybe it's just to show that there's some building there. Maybe there's no real desirability or things like that. 300 wood, we have enough wood. It's good that it doesn't use any kind of rubbish. And the study will require some rubbish, so we'll just leave it at that. Let's see if we can collect more from this. There's a bit more over here. which might not be collected. Let's see. Good, we have a kitchen now, so we'll be putting this to good use. People will want to join us if we have enough water, and we do have enough water, so let's accept them. Now we are searching the building, we will get some of these goods, that is pretty good for us. Let's renovate this house, I would really like to do that. We are running out of the food. Yeah, I need to make a fishing hut as well. Fishing dock. We're gonna try to build it once again. Let's see, what was the best situation here, I think, right? There we go. Having a roof over your head, yeah, we've heard this before. There we go. We've rebuilt this house with tarps and a few other things. How many homeless people? We still have 7 homeless people because we brought someone in. That is a ruined building, so it will not help us. We've finished searching this place. There's some rubbish here, so let's collect that. There's a bit more rubbish here and... stone? What's this? Rubble. Okay. I know you want the houses, but please let me make the study first. I mean, who knows, maybe we can get a hacksaw and that will help us gather a few more resources. We can also collect a bit more food from these areas. Teach a man to fish. I've got an achievement here. There's more rubble there, but we don't have anything to do with it. But we can continue our exploration here and get a bit more of that. Maybe even this food. A bit too many tasks. Very heavy. Yeah. They're a bit overloaded. But we're just trying to survive here. Balance of 2.5 per day. Seems like it's going down a bit quicker than 2.5 per day, doesn't it? Or is it just me? It's just our settlement would definitely benefit from public education. Okay, so now it's going to use some of our old world relics, right? Yeah, to gain research. And we will gain, for each one of them, we will gain 10 research points. Thank you, good to know. Okay, let's see. Now that we have these two, I feel like it's probably the right time to put down some tents. We have the fishing huts as well. People go with the boats, collect fish. I think fish are renewable, right? Yep. Water. I am using 12.5 and I am collecting 17.5. So we should be good on water for a while. 7 people. 3 per tent. Let's put them on this side. 1, 2, and 3. This should be enough tent for 2 more people. Why is this a problem? Maybe they can't reach it? Let's see, I could collect some lumber from here. Other than that, we've pretty much searched everything almost. Ah, okay, so these areas are not reachable by our... This is the range, right? This is the range of our operating area, so we can't reach it. With access to science centers, our people will be able to create our world anew. It's good that you recognize how much potential there is to it. Okay, and that's a history of the whole thing. Let's make those houses happen and gain enough research. We'll be gaining points soon. I feel like now we're okay, we're stable. These are renewable resources apparently as well. Okay, I mean it is a bit weird, but I'm okay with that. Another sorting hat. At least now I can understand why you don't need a range for it, right? Because you can make a building and it's going to constantly operate. And if the idea that we saw in the beginning is right, renewable resources aren't infinite. Can I place this building? I'm really trying to place this building in a zone where I could gather all of them from both of them, but it doesn't seem like that is the case. So I'll start another collection point. It's either there or here, but that is too far. Let's start the collection point here, and we'll do that. We've probably gotten ourselves a facility where some people can call themselves scientists. Well, that may be a bit of an exaggeration. Apprentices of science is probably more appropriate. But they are doing science, working to help all of us with improvements in construction and engineering and, well, everything. Thank you. Now that we've got the beginnings of a real settlement, we need to keep in mind that what our end goal is. If we actually find a rebirth power plant, we'll have to run the rebirth power plant. We need to start training people in specialized skills. We need people who can work, think, lead and follow. We've been fighting with sticks for decades. We need to put that behind us. We need to become civilized once again and focus on training people in ways that would be useful for maintaining a permanent settlement or working with technology. You'll also want to start forging connections between the clans. You're in charge, but people have their own opinions. I see, so yes, there are clans, you are in charge, but there are different factions. They'll make their desires known, and sadly, no one is going to love everything you do. Most of them probably won't even like most of what you do. You'll have to find a way to keep everyone together and focused on the goal. Still, we're well on our way. Set up specialized work posts for people with certain specializations. Set up learning environment for people to develop specializations. Increase fortitude amongst people. Feel one of the specialized forks. But they hate gyms. Sure, but the power plant is for the people, not the other way around. Don't forget that. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do now? So we need to go in research here. And he wants us to develop this. Let's see, worker, fortitude. This workplace can only be filled with workers with the fortitude specialization. From a fishing dock to a fishing wharf. I see. A forager's house. Once again, they need fortitude. Growth. We can build an academy. Study a research facility, research institute. People gather here to study textbooks in order to raise their respective clans' experience to develop specializations. And a logging camp. Okay, we'll build the academy. Academy debate. Following buildings receive a new operation mode. Okay, research mode provides a stable but slow production of research. Ah, I see. So you can go with this in order to have constant research points, even if you do not have any more of the old relics. That is a pretty good plan. Lumberjacks, I'm guessing they are important as well. Can't build anything here, can't build anything here. Not enough research to develop that. Or this. Okay. So set up a learning environment. Let's do that. And we're gonna get that to research. Let's see. Logging camp is one thing that we could do. Is this what we do? Standard mode or academy? Makeshift facility that provides people with a place to learn. People gather here. Okay. We'll go standard for now, I believe. Though, getting a specialization, I think it's cool too. So let's have them learn for a bit and see what that is about. Well, we can also work on a logging camp, right? It's a fairly decent building. Should just place it somewhere here. Hopefully it doesn't cut down any trees or anything. No, we can't place it if it has trees in the way. Okay. Let's do this. There is some experience already in our clans. Cool. And we can get fortitude level 1. Okay, so those are all the specialization. Discipline, erudition, expression, fortitude, and precision. Interesting. Let's make it very quick here. We've built a new sorting hut. 2 more people are starting to work on this. Fire Brigade are ready to develop their specialization. Cool. So now we can go into fortitude, right? Is that what the mission wants? Yes. Increase fortitude among the people. So with that, it says here, physical strength, stamina, and endurance. Fortitude allows your people to work more efficiently in jobs like catching fish, safe food, collecting rubbish or scrap in sorting stations, or extracting coal from charcoal mounds. Improve specialization. Nice. So we've used some of that, and now we are going back to standard mode, as we are using some of the old relics here and trying to get some development points. Risky food. Fill one of the specialized work posts. Well, we would need to first of all upgrade, right? Any production buildings needs worker to be operational. I mean, yes, I understand that. Let's see, we've made enough points here to go into passive learning. We can get hacksaws. But first of all, we'll do the academic debate, which will produce us some points that we will be able to use in order to unlock a forager house or a fishing wharf. And I think the fishing wharf is our priority for now. We're using 15, we're getting 15 per day. Seems like we're good on food for now. Can I get, is this the power plant? Flooded factory. Can I go here and explore? Apparently no, we cannot go in that water. Let's try to get here a bit further to see what's what. We have a bit more to collect there, and we can collect more food from here. Apparently some of these berries grew again. Super. Okay, we've gained some more points. You have to go into academic debate just to offer us a few points. Okay, it's going to take a long time to get them, but at least we know that we can. So, fishing wharf, we're going to the next level. Exploration, I'm going to take hacksaw as soon as we have enough points. Upgrade fishing wharf, we need both wood, 300 wood, and also 200 rubbish. Okay, still need to wait here for a bit. Find all the scouts and establish a permanent settlement, okay? How far are we? We can upgrade it. Let's get this going. Just look at us. A while ago we were just a bunch of ragged camps. Forgive the language, but I also mean myself. And ragged tramps, okay? And now we're like a well-oiled survival machine. At this rate we might not even need a rebirth power plant for civilization to be, well, reborn. But we will find it, and this will be our renaissance. A new possibility for expansion. I've learned that this power plant was a part of an experiment project, a joint venture between the private sector and the government. That's why there's so much military remains in the area, including a nearby radio tower. Some of the scouts that were sent to this area are yet to be found. They should have a radio receiver on them though. If we get the tower up and running, we might be able to contact them. On top of that, if we need more manpower, we might be able to reach other people in the area with the radio transmission. We've already seen signs that we're not alone in the area. Okay, there's some music on the background. I hope it's not copyrighted, but we will see. Chapter 1. The Road Together. We need to work together towards one goal under one leader. You. Human nature and its many challenges will be the first real obstacle. So I guess this was the big intro, right, that we've played here. Now we have a fishery which requires one specialized worker. Okay, pretty cool. The range has expanded, so that is good to know. I mean, the music sounds really good. So far so good, I guess. Restore the radio tower and use radio tower to locate reminiscing. Okay. Let's see, what else are we going to do here? Develop the hacksaw, as I said, and we'll leave it at that for now. With the hacksaw we should be able to demolish some of this stuff. And that will be very useful to us. Building remnants, let's search it. And we can collect more wood using the hacksaw here. Okay, there's plenty of tasks going around, so let's make sure that we don't do anything else. But I feel like for a first episode, this is a good moment to put a cut into. I have to say that mechanics-wise, and my interest has been piqued. We need water now. Weren't we producing like 12.5 or something? 17.5 daily. Maybe it's reduced by the amount of walking that the people have to do. Maybe that's something that adds to it. I'm going to build another one right now. And anyway, looking forward to hear your thoughts, or if you have any ideas of good survival games, we might give them a go. But until tomorrow, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.